Hello, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for joining me in one of my little musings. Excuse me smoking my pipe this morning, but I just move a bit closer here. I enjoy smoking, and why not? Why not? We've got to enjoy what we do, whether others have things to say on that or not, as long as it's not affecting anybody else. And I suppose that's an area of what I want to talk about in today's show. Before that, as I stoke my pipe, I just want to remind you, now I'm not being paid to say this channel A gets no money whatsoever, and I don't usually endorse other people's products, but I wanted to just mention once more about the, I think it's called Macellan, I think that's how it's pronounced, it's a Welsh word, meat boxes. If you're interested in getting good quality organic meat, there's a chap who's a farmer, and I desperately want to support farmers. We're going into farming ourselves, Julia and I, in a very tiny, small way, and you can follow us on the English Couple, of course. Macellan meat boxes, if you want to get a meat box sent to your door, this chap's doing it, growing it, cutting out the supermarkets and the big production, with meat that is processed and not terribly healthy, large herds, and not treating the animals well, and all of that. Whereas a small scale farmer, he's in Wales, and I understand that his meat boxes will go all around the UK. You can have a look at them. We were sent some to try, and we put them in the freezer. There was a whole selection of different things, from sausages, burgers, diced beef, all sorts of stuff, and very generous. So thank you very much for that. And it was delicious. It is delicious. And we put one in last night, which reminded me to talk about it, in a chili con carne. It was lovely, this sort of diced beef. Absolutely beautiful. And of course, good for you, which is really the main thing. So I wanted to mention that. And the other thing, again, not being paid, and if you go to endoka.com, I think it is. I'll put the link in the description. And this is the CBD oil made from hemp, and it's just a little bottle like this. You can buy all sorts of different products with hemp in it from Endoka. They're very nice. I've spoken to the managing director, or the founder, and we all know that CBD oil is good for you, hemp oil. I mean, if that's not your thing, it's fair enough. And you might be thinking, where can you get it? What do you do with it? And all of those sort of things. But I would urge you to just check out their website, really. This one is mint and chocolate, 15% CBD oil, good for all-round health. Especially this time of year when there's lots of flu-y colds and detoxing going on, you know, it's all very good just to have a little bottle like that in your pocket. Anyway, I've got over that, said those things. I want to talk about a comment that we had on the English Couple, and the reason I want to talk about that is because I think it's people get very het up, don't they, what other people think. People, they live their lives sometimes by, firstly, asking permission. Is it all right if I do this? Do you think I can? And all of this, not sort of taking a very sovereign position of themselves and going, well, I am my own authority, for goodness sake. I'm going to make those decisions and stand by it. And if I fail, then I will learn from it. We don't really fail. We learn from things that go wrong for next time. That didn't work very well. I've misplaced my second lighter, my Zippo. I don't know where that's gone. It's somewhere in the house because I had it only the other day. Anyway, so I'm using good old matches. So the comment we had was, if you've watched The English Couple, you'll know we're setting up our bit of land. We put up a polytunnel, tiny little thing, putting up a tiny little workshop, and a veg patch. I mean, we've only got 2.5 acres, so, you know, we're new to this, we're novices, we're thriving, we're loving it, we're loving being on the land, whether it come rain or shine, it doesn't really matter. There's a certain something magical about it, and we love it, and we absolutely love it, and it's great. And then, of course, and we're making mistakes. We're doing things very wrong and wonky and not straight, and using odd materials because we don't know what we're doing, but we're loving exploring the whole thing. And this comment, I mean, there's many people who comment, obviously, and I'm sure most YouTubers get this sort of thing. But this comment was, I'm paraphrasing because I haven't got it exactly, but that we were pathetic. Townies coming onto we're doing it all wrong. We're doing it wrong, and anybody who was praising us were also townies, and we didn't know how to do things, and that the commenter was highly experienced, had been doing it for years, and so therefore he was in a position to say how dreadful we were doing it. And he said, oh, you know, you haven't got any scything technique, because we were given a scythe and we were doing some scything. And of course, we don't know what we're doing. We don't know what we're doing. We're happy and open to say we don't know what we're doing. We're novices. We're giving this a go. We love it. Why not? We're not commercial farmers. We're not selling anything. We're hopefully inspiring people to have fun and enjoy their life. That's, you know, and if people are doing it on a little piece of land, why not? Why not? Isn't life about enjoying yourself? Not in this guy's frame of mind, though. And it was almost as if to say, you know, you have no right. This was his attitude. You have no right to be doing what you're doing and putting it on YouTube. You have no right to do it because you're doing it wrong. You're inspiring people to do it wrong. We know best, you know. And I felt that in a way he was protecting his industry. You know, it's like nobody else should be able to do it. It's a bit like going back to the guilds, where, you know, in the old days, no one could do a task until they had created a masterpiece. And I understand the ethos of that. And of course, you know, you don't want a tradesman who's a novice and is going to tile your bathroom and has never tiled before, and everything is wonky. But as I say, we're not selling anything. We're having fun. We're enjoying life. That's all it is. Maybe he doesn't understand that. But it was almost as if he was saying, stop and don't do it. And I suppose in some respects you think, does he actually think that we're going to listen to what his comment was and go, oh, yeah, didn't realise we'd been doing it all wrong, didn't realise we were just a couple of townies, didn't realise that there was a bigger authority than us to tell us that we can't do this, and so therefore we'll stop. Did he think that? If that's what he thought, then he's greatly mistaken. And my point, I suppose, where I open this up to, where it's relevant to not just us, but to other people, is that we're all hearing comments from people telling us what we should and what we shouldn't do, what is right and what is wrong. And of course, it's only somebody else's opinion. He is very entitled to his opinion. I have no problem with him saying his opinion. But it's when people go, oh, I better stop, I better not do that. He's obviously a lot more experienced, and therefore I'm not going to do it. One can take value and merit from people and listen to them and think that's an interesting observation, but you don't know the full story, or you're being protective, or you think that we're going to invade your territory, or you know, be commercial in this. Or you're just very angry, or you're just very bitter. I mean, sometimes I think many of the comments that we get are actually the commenter talking about themselves when they say things like, and they do, you know, you're too old to be doing that, to go back to the land. You won't be able to do it. You won't stand a chance. You're too simple-minded. You'll wreck your body. it's too much for you, all those sort of things. And I think to myself, well, we're doing it, so I don't know where all that stuff comes from. Maybe they're talking about themselves. And I think a lot of the time these people who are, the trolls and what have you, if they're not being paid to say all this for various reasons, and who knows really, then I think it's a reflection of them. They're looking and thinking, I would love to do that, but actually I couldn't do it. And so therefore they'll put their attitude onto the people they're watching. And I'm sure we get that, not just on YouTube, but in life, in the office. Oh, I wouldn't do that. Because some people are jealous of others who not necessarily are successful, but who are trying, who give things a go. People who are doing something that the other wants to do. And so the point I'm really trying to make in this garbled video is, like so many things, we should not defer to them. We can listen to them. But thank you very much for your comments. It's very interesting. But I'll take my own decisions. Thank you very much. Stand strong. If you believe in what you're doing, keep going. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't let anybody else. Does it matter what other people think? That's the ultimate thing. We feel we're being judged all the time, don't we? Sometimes. And I don't care. I don't care what people think. Doing YouTube, you get a thick skin. That's one good thing. Well, there's many good things about YouTube, but one thing that is, you get a lot of hate, you get a lot of people moaning at you get a lot of people criticizing you, which is a strange old thing. The comments is a strange old thing. I mean, when you watch television, there isn't comments underneath. You can't, when you're watching, I don't know, something like Clarkson's Farm, for example, you can't comment and say, oh, I wouldn't have done it that way, I wouldn't have done it this way, I would have done this, no, that's wrong, this. You just watch it and enjoy it. But on YouTube, they put these comments and people can go, oh, well done, we enjoyed that, thank you very much, yeah, I loved that. Or they can be extremely hostile and negative. And that's down. And of course, when you see hostile and negative, it's a reflection of the person who's writing that. Why would you write something that's hostile and negative? Why would you get wound up? Because ultimately, I think, well, there's plenty of YouTube videos out there. Go and watch something else. If you don't like it, why watch it? Why wind yourself up? But the key thing is, I don't care. I don't care what they can say nice things, and that's very nice. I don't do it for that. Or they can say nasty things. And I don't care, because you get a thick skin. You realize, actually, what other people think does not matter, does not change how you do things. You realize that some people are in a different position to you. They are saying things, and you read between their lines and you realize actually those negative comments are coming from a negative heart and it's not really affecting you. And that's what I'm really saying, that those people who do feel affected by what other people say in the office, in the workplace, in the playground, wherever it is, in social settings, people say things, they try to put you down, they try to belittle you. Ignore it. What they think does not matter. Don't let that affect your positivity and your outlook. If you're feeling good, ignore anybody who has a different opinion, who wants to bring you down or criticize. You're doing great. If you're doing something which is new, you're learning something, you're trying something, you're, with good intention, and someone is chipping away at you, don't let that affect you, because that's what brings you down and changes the vibrations around you. We don't do that, Julia and I. We laugh at it and think, what ridiculous nonsense that is, because we know who we are and we know what we're trying to do, and we're not pretending to be experts. Of course we're not. We're having fun, and if other people are having fun watching us, on the whole, the majority, That's all that matters, isn't it? So don't let these negative people in your life bring you down. Don't listen to them. Don't listen to them. Hold your heart high, and you'll find they will eventually give up, because they're always looking for the low-hanging fruit. Thank you for watching. If you're interested in the Biggleswick book, The Town That Wouldn't Comply, I have to say it because I've got still quite a few of them left and I need to sell them. It took a year to write. If you're interested in that book, and you can find me talking about it in other videos, of course, it's a fascinating story. People seem to have enjoyed it and I appreciate that very much. Then email me, richard@vobes, VOBES.com, and I will tell you how you can purchase one, make a great gift for a family member who may not be aware of all the stuff that goes on. Thank you very much for watching. I'll talk to you very soon. Till then, goodbye.